everything I own has to be pushed. Okay. Hey y'all, today I'm gonna be working on my wife's 69 Chevelle. I think that's what's up under this covers. It's been sitting here for a long time, a couple years, and I've been putting it off and not doing anything. But I did get a motor for it. I'll show you that in a minute. But let me get this car uncovered and see. Oh yes, I had forgotten. Kind of forgotten what this car looked like. I've been walking around it. Oh yeah, that's right. Pretty car. All right, I'll get you over here and I'll show it to you. '69 Chevelle. My wife actually found this car, picked it out, purchased it, and got it home all by herself. It's her dream car, which means I have to do a bunch of work. But it's gonna be a pretty ride. That was the only flaw in the whole car. The guy we got it from said he was pushing it off his trailer and backed it into a pole or something. Tons of parts inside. That's right, this car had a new wiring harness. I think there's a radiator somewhere for this. I got parts out in the barn for it too. But yeah, the underside of this car was clean. Very cool. Yeah, it's a very solid car. Too nice for me. But it'll be a good one for her. Yeah, this car's been sitting here for a couple years. Guess it's time for me to do something. All right, let's go get the motor. I'll show you what I'm putting in this car. So I bet you're expecting some big block LS. A car like that deserves it. But no, we have the mighty 305 with the TH350 behind it. I was told this came out of an 84 Monte Carlo. 100,000, 80,000 miles, whatever he told me. Didn't matter. He said it was a good motor. Got a quadra-jet on top. Let's get this unloaded. See if we can get it in a Chevelle. Said I just want this car to run and drive. The motor has made it in the garage. Before I try to put it in the car, I want to see if I can get a wrench and spin it. It might pull a plug just to see what they look like. At least one of them. Let's see, what size wrench is that? I don't know. Let's Start with 5/8 and see what happens. Got it right. Well, okay, spinny. Yes. Crank bolt's a little loose. Or I'm over tightening it. There we go. Well, that's good news. I didn't buy a locked up motor. That would have sucked. The full 360 out of it. The guy I got this from had it under a shed, but it was covered. And he said he got it from a friend of his who pulled it out of his Monte Carlo to LS swap. So hopefully it'll be a healthy engine. All 120 horsepower of it. That's okay, it's more than I got in it in that Chevelle now. Right now, it's nothing. I did like this because it still had all the factory accessories on it. Exhaust manifold, clutch fan. Even got the quadrijet still on it. Ooh, you're running rich. And a great big gap in that plug. Well, that's okay. Nothing we can't fix. Okay. I think we're good. We're going to try it anyway. And since I have determined that I can spin this motor over by hand, let's see if I can get it to spin with the starter. Sitting here on the garage floor. And if you're trying to play along at home, at least on the small block Chevelles, we're going to put this little jumper on, which goes to this guy, like the starter. But then on the S terminal, we'll put a little heat, put the hot side on there. And next we need to throw a ground on it. Just using my booster box here. So if it works, I should be able to pull this trigger and see if it turns over. Sweet. Next, let's see if we got any spark. Pull one of the plugs. We got a little spark checker. If I can get that thing in the thing there. It's always fun with one hand. You need to go in there. Go home. There. And I just ran a wire to the battery side of the distributor. So we'll clip this on to something hot, which should be hot. So let's see if we got any sparks. We do. It's weak, but it sparked. Just take all this back off. You want to be aggravating to get on. All right, it wasn't as bad to get off. So I'm thinking, let's shoot a little starting fluid down in the carburetor and see if this thing hits. All right, here we go. Excellent news. Very cool. I think it's going to be worth having. Nice. Well, I guess the only thing left to do is put it in the car. All right, front clips off, hood's off, strapped. I'm gonna get the little lawnmower and see if that'll pull it. I have my doubts. I'm hoping it does because it'll give me plenty of room to turn, but I can get it on that apron. Let me grab the lawnmower, see if we can move this car. I had no idea that little lawnmower would move that car. That's awesome. Now I can get the motor in it, hopefully, and then I can figure out how to get it on the lift. Let me get this lawnmower out of the way. We'll check it out. I got my motor a little bit better situated. I can level it out. I don't know if you noticed, the strap is actually the same strap I just pulled that car around with, was what I was using to lift the motor up. I figured this might be a little better. Going over probably one of the nicer project cars I've had. Hopefully this will lift up level and we can start moving it towards the Chevelle. Also hoping it doesn't pull any bolts out. Pretty please. Oh wow, wasn't bad for the first try. Excellent. So now all I have to do is get this in there. Come on. Got some work to do. Almost like it's meant to be there. Very cool. Come check this out. Motor mounts not quite right. That's okay, we can make that work. I think I might get some headers. They're inexpensive. I was gonna say it fits well, but it's a small block. Of course it fits well. Same thing over here, the motor mount. Hello. But up under the car, my trans mount looks off because it is. But we'll figure that out too. Progress though. Now I gotta get it in the garage. Everything I own has to be pushed. Okay. I pushed as far as I can push. So now I'm going to try ratchet strap. See if I can pull it up the rest of the way on the lift. Why, everything I have broke, don't run. Oh, off to a good start. And block the back wheel, loosen the strap, and do it again. I hope that's it. Yeah. All right, made the wheel chock up again. Just make sure it don't roll off the lift.
After all that work, yeah, no.
Thank you. Sweet. Chevelle back in the garage. All right, let's see what we got. I think I already know. A very clean Chevelle up under here is what we got. Let's see. Drive shaft gonna go there. Yeah. I think that's my problem. Well, that's the end of that. Now what? Darn it. Found out I was just being dumb. Cross member wasn't even bolted. Jack transmission up and it slid around. And I found out the drive shaft I have, even though this is a 4L80E or a TH400 input shaft, I just have to change the yokes. I thought I was a couple inches short. Then I found out that this wasn't even attached. So I think what I have is gonna work. Just need to order some parts. Might be some stuff in the trunk I can use. I'm gonna check that out. But we might have a running and driving Chevelle here soon. All right, check it out. Finally got done up under this car. Oh, for a little bit anyway. found me a dry shaft that'll work. Apparently a dry shaft out of my old C10. Fits right in. I do need to bolt my cross member down, my trans cross member. I'll get to that in a minute. By a minute, I mean I'll probably forget about it until it's a problem. But I got the fuel tank in with straps and vibration dampers and such. They're always a pain, but this one was a really big pain. But got the fuel line hooked up. I think I'm done up under this car for a little bit. So I'm gonna go at top, finish up the fuel stuff from the top end. Might dump a little gas in it and see if it'll start. Fuel system, top end, complete. Get my hose, running from the back of the car, hits the metal line, goes in this side of the fuel pump. Being that this is off of Monte Carlo, I had to return, plug that guy, and from there, went up to the carburetor. Only thing left to do is dump some fuel in the tank and set it back up where I can pull the trigger, engage the starter, and see if it'll pump and run for a little bit anyway. So my super professional, not sketchy setup at all. But I decided to make some cables for it, even though this is as far as they reach, and that's a positive end on a negative cable. You know, don't judge me. It's what I had in the box. But I got it set up where I can use clicker, turn it over. I know if I dump a little fuel in the carburetor to fire, and I need to run a wire to my distributor in the hot side. I'm gonna get all that set up and see if I can pull some fuel from the gas tank back there. All right, we got everything hooked up. Let's pour a little fuel down it. Let's see what happens. That's probably enough. Way too much. I don't know. I do know I don't want to stand in front of or behind this right now. Let's see. Well, it hit. Uh-oh. I forgot about that. I need to tie those two lines together for the transmission. Let me do that before it actually runs. If it runs. Transmission lines tied together. I'm gonna put a little more fuel in it. I'm gonna pour some into overflow this time. Get some in the bowl. Whoa, maybe not. Get in the carburetor. Big old splashes. Okay, let's try it again. I'm fairly certain it's not in gear. All right, what you gonna do? Pop, 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 pop. We got fuel and a massive fuel leak. Well, at least we got fuel. Fuel pump works, pulling from the tank. Fix that fuel leak. It's always one. Well, at least there's only one. Okay, fuel leak may be repaired. It's a loose fitting up here on the carburetor. Dump a little more fuel in it. I always do too much, but it always takes it. We are pumping fuel pretty quick too. This thing might take off and run. Sure would be nice. Let's find out. Hopefully no fuel leaks this time. Massive fuel leak, but it's running off the carburetor. Fix a fuel leak, I think I might be good to go. Okay, take two. Let's try this again. I removed the filter Shut an O-ring in there that's definitely not suitable for fuel. And let's see if it leaks. We'll try it again. Check that out. We got a runner. We got a fuel leak. Oh, that return fitting I was talking about from the fuel pump. I'll shove something else in there. But that's excellent. Turn the key. Well, yeah, turn the key. Hit the button, the thing fires right up. That's so cool. So cool. All right, call this a video. Since it's working, stop while I'm ahead. I got a lot to clean up. Next time, do some exhaust. I need to do a shifter. I need to clean the car out. I need to find a seat to put in. I got to put the front end on. Got to do a radiator. Got to hook a million more things. I don't know if the brakes work. Don't care. I'm as happy as I can be right now. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Come back. This car will run, drive, move, go down the road. It's going to do car things. All right.